YouTube! It is currently 12:31 a.m. on a Friday. Um, like I said, usually around like maybe 11 to 12, I tend to be very quiet in my videos. So, if you can't hear me, I am sorry. But anyway, I was uploading my Flash one, the Flash Season 3 Episode 8 Invasion video, and I decided to just scroll down my videos to see what was going on with like my previous videos, and I literally cried because two of my videos that were Walking Dead related, one of them reached at least I think in the 900s when it came to views, 900 plus. I think it was like 941, I'm not sure, but I know it was 900 plus, and then the one above it, which was the video right after it, literally said 1.7k views, literally 1.7 thousand. You guys, 1.7k. I've reached 1,000 in a view, and the one video before that that actually got 1,000 was a very, very old video, and I think it's because the hashtag #DriveNuts, and it was literally 1k. This video not only surpassed it by 0.7, and it was a legit video, reaction video, and I found myself crying, and I needed to vent some happy tears before I actually did my Arrow Season 5 Episode 8 Invasion reaction rant. And to thank you guys. You guys are the greatest. I'll do a thank you video, a proper thank you video some other time after I upload this one, record and upload this one, and then possibly later or later on tonight, because right now it's 12:33 a.m. so probably later on tonight I'll do Legends, the Legend episode Invasion, and then probably do a proper thank you video. But anyway, I missed possibly the first 10 minutes of this episode, but apparently I heard from like other fans on Twitter that basically it starts off overall that Oliver finds himself back in Queen Manor. Remember, he lost Queen Manor in previous season because he was broke and he lost the manor. I believe that was with Deathstroke. It was around the Deathstroke era. But Oliver apparently finds himself back in Queen Manor. Both his mom and dad are alive, and apparently he's about to get married to Laurel Lance. So not only is Oliver in a place where he didn't lose his house, he's in a place where both of his parents are alive and well, and Laurel is alive and well, and apparently he's getting married to her. And I was like, well, how many other people are you how many other dead people are you this is obviously an illusion, obviously, because remember last time we saw them, Sarah, Ray, Diggle, Thea, and Oliver, who was the last person to get taken, were all pretty much beaming up Scotty moment with aliens. And obviously this is an illusion or like hallucination or something, because we all know Oliver lost Queen Manor around the time of Deathstroke, and we both know that Oliver's father died. Like, he killed himself after the sinking of the Queen Gambit before the 5 years on the island. And we all know that the mother died at the hands of Deathstroke. And we know that Laurel Lance died by Damien Dark. And so we all know off the bat we could tell this is obviously like a hallucination or an illusion or something, right? Anyway, hang on, I'm just checking something. Anyway, not only is that going on, apparently there's another person in the hood, another person in his place as the vigilante, and I'm not gonna get into too much detail, but during all this, Oliver starts getting hallucinations of his actual life. Like, when he sees his parents, he sees illusions of both of their deaths, I think. That's what I heard. And also, when he's looking straight in Laurel's face, it zooms in from Laurel's actual face to Laurel's beaten up, dying face that she had when she was in the hospital before she died. And we also find out that the person playing as Green Arrow is none other than John Diggle, which is pretty funny. And also the fact that he's he's not only Green Arrow in this hallucination, he's working along with Felicity. And I thought that was pretty freaking funny. And we also find out that this whole illusion thing, apparently Oliver, Diggle, Thea, Sarah, and Ray are all they're all unconscious, obviously, and they're all being held inside these pod thingies aboard a Dominator spaceship. So obviously they did get beamed up to a spaceship from the last episode, and the Dominators apparently stripped them of their clothes, put them in these bland looking gray uniform looking suit, not really suits, but like normal plain drab matching outfits, even matching shoes, which I think is pretty funny. And they're all in these like pod things that you see in sci-fi movies, or in this case DC Comics. But anyway, while that's all happening, this is where I actually caught on, because I don't remember why I missed like 10 minutes of the show, but I got into the show right when Felicity brings Curtis to the Arrow Cave, and Curtis meets not Curtis, Felicity takes Cisco to the Arrow Cave, and hang on guys. Sorry about that, I thought I heard something. But anyway, like, Felicity takes Cisco back to the Arrow Cave, where Cisco gets properly introduced to Curtis, Renee, and of course, Rory. Of course, remember in the previous Arrow episode, we find out that Evelyn, who plays Evelyn, aka Artemis, apparently is working with Prometheus, right? So that's why I'm kind of not surprised that she was not in the Arrow Cave at the time Felicity brought Cisco over, because Cisco only met Rory, Curtis, and Renee. So I'm kind of not surprised that Evelyn's not there, because we all saw she's obviously working with Prometheus, so she's probably with him, right? And apparently, Felicity, Curtis, and Cisco are trying to hack into the Dominator's mainframe using a piece of technology that Cisco took from the spaceship that landed just outside Central City. While that's happening, Curtis had this translator thing that could pretty much is like this, what he described as the C3PO technology. It like translate all kinds of languages, right? And so he thought maybe it will translate this piece of technology so they could hack it. Unfortunately, the thing blew up, right? But anyway, the team decides, they need this certain device to pretty much help hack something. They needed a certain technology, and they found out they have to try to steal it from somewhere. And so Rory, Ragman, Mr. Terrific, and God, what's his face? Wild Dog. They're like, we're on the case, we'll go. But then Felicity's like, I'm gonna give you some backup, and that's where Flash and Supergirl volunteer to help out with 3 members of Team Arrow. And we see some hostility with Renee when it comes to Flash, right? When he first met Flash, he did not like him very much, and then when he ends up meeting Supergirl, he believes Supergirl to also be a meta, right? He doesn't know that she's alien in the beginning, so again, hostility, right? They end up finding out that the necessary device they needed was already stolen by a woman who's been stealing like tech to pretty much upgrade herself. Like, she had like a techie looking eye and technology all over her, right? And I believe they called her, I forgot what they called her though. I think they called her Cyberwoman or something like that. But like during the fight, Wild Dog ends up getting beaten up pretty good by Cyberwoman, to the point where Flash and Supergirl save him, and totally changes his mind immediately after that. It's like double-edged sword right now, this guy. He's just flip coin. It's like, I don't like you metas, and then gets saved like once, and he's like, you metas are okay. The world needs more of you, and all that stuff, which I thought was pretty funny. But then with this device that they found, they managed to locate where, Diggle, Oliver, Thea, Sarah, and Ray are located, and they find out, obviously, because they're looking at the coordinates, like, there's no negatives in coordinates, like, wait, they're in space, because after that they pretty much zoom in to space after they find out, which is pretty much, yeah, the coordinates reach to space, guys. And so, back to Oliver in this, I believe is a hallucination, or just something, right? Oliver again starts seeing flashes of his former life, and at one point, during, I think, like, an engagement, not really engagement, what's that thing they have before, like, the wedding? It's like a practice thing, no, not the practice, what was it called? They had, like, a dinner the night before the actual wedding, right? God, what was it called? Wedding rehearsal dinner, or something like that. But, like, they had one of those. Oliver was not there, but everyone else was, and Sarah gets introduced to Ray at one point, and they also end up getting flashes of their former life, right? Which is starting to confuse them all. Also, during the episode, when Oliver gets flashes of his former life, he gets a flash of the entrance to the Arrow Cave, which he actually enters through, and meets Diggle in the hood and finds out Felicity's also working with them. I'm not gonna get into too much detail, but pretty much he revealed Diggle's identity, saying something's not right. You're Diggle. You're John Diggle. You're not supposed to be the Green Arrow. Your brother's supposed to be dead. And then he gets flashes of his former life with Diggle and Felicity, respectively. Sarah and Ray, when they get their flashes, they get flashes of when they hung out together as legends. I don't remember if I saw Thea have flashes, but apparently the day of the wedding, Diggle shows up and talks to Oliver in private, and he says, I've been having, visions too of a life that I don't even know I had. And apparently, they all gather together, and, all 5 captives soon realize that they're apparently inside a shared hallucination. They're all together hallucinating the same thing, right? Which is pretty much the perfect life, which is basically what would happen if Oliver and Sarah never went in the gambit. What would have happened if Diggle was the one that pretty much became the hood. And apparently in this hallucination, Ray's fiance is Felicity in this hallucination, which I think is pretty freaking funny. And originally, they decide, we all have to band together, we all have to get out of this hallucination. But there's this really sweet moment between Oliver and Thea where Thea's like, I don't want to leave. Why do we have to leave? Everything's perfect. No problems, no superhero crud. And first and foremost, we have our home back. Our parents are alive. This is everything I want. Why do we have to leave? And, well, because Oliver knows, Thea's having such a hard time with her current life already, and he feels sorry for her, especially since she wants this life. She wants where both of her parents are alive, and, she doesn't have to deal with all the horrible stuff that's happening in the real world. And he's like, you know what? Okay, you can go. We'll leave you here while the rest of us will leave this hallucination. And just as they're about to leave, they are blocked by Malcolm Merlyn, Deathstroke, Damien Dark. I want to say one of the mercenaries that was there might have been Diggle's brother, but with a mask on. We never got to see his face. And, I know Malcolm Merlyn was meant for Thea, Deathstroke was for Ollie, Damien Dark was for Sarah. One of the mercenaries, I want to say, might have supposed to have been representing Diggle's brother, was for Diggle, and then I want to say the last one might have been one of Deathstroke's army guys. I'm not sure though, but it might have been mainly because he was the opponent of Ray, and Ray's most crucial moment was when his fiance died during the Deathstroke thing, I believe. Was it it was either the Deathstroke thing or when the season 1 problem. But yeah, they were fighting all their mercenaries. All of them were defeated by, of course, the 5 captives. And they managed to leave the dream, and they awaken in their pods inside the ship. And I am currently running out of time. I will see you in a part 2 video, okay guys? Bye.